All in all, this has been another nice day to get outside, and the night will be just as pleasant and rather mild for this time of year. Lows in the 20s to near 30 under partly cloudy skies, and then, well, we do it all over again. We warm up into the 50s and widespread 50s this time around as we have more warmth on the way headed toward the weekend. We'll talk about that coming up, but until then, First at 4 starts right now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group. KELOLAND News, first at 4.
Coming up, what we know about a death investigation in western KELOLAND.
Plus, a Minnesota community is mourning the loss of 2 police officers and a firefighter. How people are showing support just ahead.
And the U.S. vetoes a UN resolution demanding an immediate humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza. Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to First at 4. I'm Don Jorgensen.
And I'm Kelly Volk. We're following developing news tonight in Pennington County as authorities investigate a suspicious death.
The sheriff's office got a call just before 6 o'clock this morning for a possible homicide in Rapid Valley. Deputies found a woman dead inside a home and evidence of arson. Investigators identified the suspect and found him at another residence. The man was taken to the hospital with what authorities believe are self-inflicted injuries. The Pennington County Sheriff's Office asks anyone with information to give them a call.
Sioux Falls police have more information on a street race that ended in a fiery crash at the Russell Street and Prairie Avenue intersection. Police say a Honda SUV and another vehicle were racing on Russell Sunday morning. A car driving west tried to turn left on a green arrow. That's when police say the Honda ran a red light, collided with the car, and burst into flames. The second car involved in the race took off before police arrived.
We don't know what the relationship is or what the involvement between those two cars, whether it was a race between people that know each other or if it just happened to be a chance encounter where they decided kind of spontaneously to have a race.
The driver of the Honda got a ticket for reckless driving and racing. Both drivers involved in the crash had minor injuries.
South Dakota troops are once again being deployed to the southern border. Governor Kristi Noem announced today that she will send National Guard troops to help build a wall at the Texas border with Mexico. 60 National Guard soldiers will deploy to the southern border on a rolling basis over a 3-month period. This is the 5th time that Noem has deployed troops to the southern border to assist in border security efforts.
Well, so a day for sunglasses out there.
It was super nice out there. A lot of people are commenting. Feels like spring out there, Adam.
It basically is, with temperatures well above average for this time of year to the tune of 20 to 25 degrees above average. Yeah, it definitely feels like we are in late March, if not early April. What if I told you it may even get warmer than this as we head toward the start of next week? We'll get to that in due time, but right now, 57 is nothing to scoff at. That's a view from our downtown camera with a light and variable breeze in place, just some high-level cloud cover, and that really is just about it. From east to west we go. Rapid City, more sunshine and a little more warmth. They are just underneath that 60-degree mark. They're at 59. With a north wind at 8 miles per hour. So on visible satellite, you can see where our little bits of cloud cover are in place, up toward Aberdeen, moving over toward Britain and Hecla, and eventually into Sisseton, and some fair weather cloud cover right over and just barely north of I-90 in the Sioux Falls area, over toward Baltic and Del Rapids. But what you can also see is where that banding of snow is still hanging tough on the ground from Pierre, north of Chamberlain, into Huron, and over toward Brookings and Watertown. Now keep that in mind because that's also where temperatures are still cooler. 57 here in Sioux Falls, compare that to 41 in Huron, or 45 in Pierre, 43 for Watertown, and 47 to a lesser extent in Sisseton as well as Brookings. Yankton is up to 62. Sioux City, just a little bit south of here, has been towing the line of 70 today. We do have some of that warmth coming our way as we head later into next week. But for now, yeah, we're still doing pretty well for ourselves. And we are noticeably milder now compared to yesterday, especially in southeastern KELOLAND with a double-digit difference in that direction. 10 degrees warmer in Sioux Falls, 16 degrees warmer in Mitchell. Lesser gains to the north and west, but still it is noticeable all the same. And as we go into your day tomorrow, we will see more of that above average warmth still very much in place. Low to mid 50s 50s, even in places where we'll likely still have that snow trying to hang tough. They'll be near, if not just south of that 50-degree mark. So, yeah, that is going to be melting pretty quickly. It's going to be a matter of when, not if, all of that gets out of here. And it's going to be even warmer out to the west as well, 50s to near 60 once again. We'll talk about that spring-like 7-day forecast in a little more detail as we head through the hour.
All right, thanks, Adam. New developments in the Super Bowl parade shooting in Kansas City. Missouri prosecutors say 2 men have been charged with murder in last week's shooting that killed 1 person and injured 22 others. Both adults face second-degree murder and other charges. Officials say that the men have been hospitalized since the shooting. 2 juveniles were also detained last week on gun-related and resisting arrest charges.
In Minnesota, a memorial continues to grow outside the Burnsville Police Department. 2 law enforcement vehicles and a fire ambulance are parked out front to honor the fallen. John Lauritsen talked with people who are showing up from across the state.
It hits the community hard.
On Monday morning, Kevin Bondi and his family took time out of their day to bring flowers and prayers to first responders.
We want to make sure that the police and fire feel supported, the community feels supported, and they're not alone through this, and we're not gonna forget them.
Other visitors, like Vicki Fellows,
nothing makes sense. It just doesn't make sense.
Drove nearly an hour to be here. She's a high school teacher who is learning a lesson of her own.
I teach criminology, so this will be the topic of conversation tomorrow. And as a teacher, you're supposed to have the answers, but there's no answers to this.
Flowers, balloons, cards, and even food. These are the things that wave after wave of supporters are bringing to Burnsville police and first responders. While the department grieves, other law enforcement agencies are helping to keep watch. 4 pastors from River Valley Church spent much of the morning paying their respects.
You have a deep admiration for what these men and women do for our communities and everything that they do to serve us.
You just kind of like your heart is reminded of what these guys do every day. I'm like, I don't know how they do it.
Pastor Aaron Topp first heard about what happened while at church on Sunday.
Just remember they're humans like we are. And I mean, they're experiencing stuff like this sometimes on a daily basis. These guys need all the support we can give them, all the love.
In Burnsville, John Lauritsen, WCCO News.
Another show of support. Mourners and fellow first responders lined the streets for a procession for fallen firefighter and paramedic Adam Finseth. The procession made its way from the medical examiner's office in Minnetonka to a funeral home in Jordan.